soothing your skin after a sunburn.
Here with advice is Dr. Nicholas Theodosakis, a dermatologist at Mass General Hospital. Doctor, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
My pleasure. Happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Oh, yes. And today it looks like it's going to be just a great day to get outside, maybe even go to the beach, definitely be in the sun. But if you're not wearing any sunscreen, how long does it typically take to get a sunburn?
So that's a great question. It totally depends on your kind of natural skin tone and ability to tan. It can happen for a fair-skinned person in as little as 20 to 30 minutes if you're not protected. It also depends a lot on the time of day. You know, you're going to be much more likely to burn in the middle of the day, say between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. when the sun's rays are the strongest. If you are someone who tans really well or have sort of a darker natural skin tone, you may take longer to burn, maybe hour, 2 hours. You may never burn, but you'll still receive damage from the sun, which can cause photoaging, wrinkles, lots of other bad things we don't want to see.
We definitely don't want any of that. You have certainly seen a lot of sunburns. Do they ever fade to a tan, and does that depend on your skin complexion?
That does depend a lot on your skin complexion. If some people, they will fade to a nice tan after a time, but the thing to keep in mind is that a tan itself is a marker of damage. In order for your skin to tan, your skin has to be damaged by the sun's rays. So really, there's no such thing as a healthy tan. There's no such thing as burning in order to tan in a safe fashion. You really want to prevent any kind of changes, whether it's turning red, turning brown. You want to make sure you're covered and safe at all times.
Okay, here's another theory that is out there. Is your skin less likely to burn if you already have what they call a base tan?
Yeah, that's a question we get a lot in the dermatology clinic. You do probably have a little bit lower chance of getting a severe burn if you have a little bit of tan going in. You know, that extra kind of color that your skin produces is protected to some degree. But at the same time, we would never recommend as dermatologists getting a base tan or any kind of tan as a mechanism for protection, because like I said, any tan is a marker of sun damage. You really want to prevent from the get-go, from the beginning of the season, any major sun exposure with things like long sleeves, long pants, sunscreen, wide-brimmed hats. Really, you want to keep yourself from turning red or brown in any circumstance.
I wonder if in your field over time, if you've noticed any difference in people getting skin cancer at an earlier age. And then I also wanted to ask you what you use when you get a sunburn, if you ever get one, that is.
Yeah, no, happy to answer that. So I'm glad you mentioned that. There has been a trend actually in recent years. We have started diagnosing melanomas in particular in younger and younger people. Nobody's exactly sure why that's happening, actually. We think it might partially be just because people are much more aware these days, which is great. They're going to the dermatologist, they're getting skin checks. So we're catching these things when they're super, super early. So, you know, it does go to show, however, that, you know, that sun damage that we were just talking about does start to happen at a very young age. So preventing early in life is crucial. In terms of what you do if you get a burn, as a dermatologist, I like to joke that the sun's my worst enemy. I stay out of it as much as possible. I'm a fair-skinned sort of guy. I do burn easily. When I do get a burn, you know, it's really just kind of general measures, things like moisturizer, things like making sure you do wear sunscreen if you're going to go out again while you still got a little bit of a burn. But really, you know, prevention is the best strategy, because once you get the burn, there's really not a whole lot to do besides let your body kind of heal naturally.
You're totally right. All right, Dr. Nicholas Theodosakis, dermatologist at Mass General Hospital. Thank you so much for all of the tips this morning, and hopefully we can all safely enjoy the sun today and all summer long.
My pleasure. Thanks, guys.